So Bitcoin is just going a little bit up, a little bit down the weekly, guys, and we don't see really strength of going and smashing all this red candle and jumping to the support, the resistance that potentially we have right now. We're gonna see if that is actually a resistance or not, and for that we're gonna go and use a magnifying glass and go to the daily, because in the daily we can see what actually happened, and we see how I was telling you on my X account how we have been having this bullish diversion information, and we still, after that, we were just hanging up around here. Then we went all the way up to the 107 and smashed it all the way down. And you need to be aware that in the daily, only one candle, it doesn't really decide where the Bitcoin price is going to go. So I want to talk about in detail what actually I'm expecting for the daily, guys, and also I have some really released news about some issues that potentially is going to be with many of the blockchains. According to Bybit, we still we're gonna see what actually is going on, but there is a malicious code behind some of the major blockchains they're calling, and also really breaking news that just came up a few minutes ago about Germany that want to tax on your Bitcoin, guys. So if you're interested to know what actually is going on with the charts, what's going on with Germany and all these politicians that just want to steal your money, just stick around. So now I want to start with the daily. As I was saying to you, I'm gonna remove all this noise around. I'm gonna mark it again. So I was saying to you on my X account how we have this formation, but I was saying to be cautious because we still have strength in the Fortuna line, and this is what we saw. This small consolidation, I pumped it up inside to 107, and then we went all the way down, but we still have this very bullish direction. Still is marked there since the like 3-4 days ago I was pointing out. And you need to understand that it's not only a candle who make the movement or deciding where the price is going to go. There are different factors. And so this is just noise over here. We need to see what's happening with this. We want the trend line to go down, but you need to be aware as well. Is this go down, that means the price should be already going up. So that's why I was calling when the price was around 100k that I was buying in that area. And then there is always going to be risk involved, but it's depending about how you manage your portfolio. That risk won't matter because we have it under control. So once we have it under control, it doesn't really matter, guys. Many people have been asking me what's happened if the price doesn't go up, as I was saying, because I'm saying as well that we need to break the 110, 115 will be the best area. We need to break this area to have a confirmation that we're going to continue going up. What it will happen in the price from here, it doesn't really go up and we continue going down. So that's why I'm calling not to use leverage, don't to use any future. I'm just buying right now. Personally, I'm just buying on spot. That means that if the price decides to go down, I will be selling depending how do we go there. What do I mean with that? Let me remove this. What do I mean with that? What I mean is like if the price go to 107, for example, 108, let's say. We go to 108 and then the Bitcoin price go all the way to 100 or 98. Let's call it like this. In that moment, if something like that happen and we break the 98 or the support we have, I'm going to sell there. Why? I don't going to sell just because it went down there. I will look to the time. I will look to the Fortuna line as well, because the only way I will be selling there if I have a confirmation that the Bitcoin price is going to continue going down. How that will look like? It will look if we have something like this. If we already passing by November, more or less. It's called November 23rd. Let me mark it over here. Let's see. Let's put this straight over here. But November 23rd, more or less. November 3rd, 2023 is we still no breaking above the 110, above this resistance 111, and we're still here just consolidating like this, and we see that we have the horizontal line there. The valley is already like this. We form a green valley. You see what I mean? And the price is still around this area. That's gonna be the moment I'm gonna exit. It doesn't matter the price. If the price is around 108, 109, 110, and we're still in this timing, or even if you say 190, it doesn't matter. Why? I can explain you why the strategy work like this. I always say to you, the time is really important. And if by the time where the Bitcoin price should be already breaking out this area, I have no break, but then I have the confirmation of getting out of the market in the daily chart, I'm going to get out. It doesn't matter if it's 100, if it's 108, but if I have the confirmation that I need to get out, I'm going to get out. I have the confirmation here of getting out, I went out. I have the confirmation here to buy, I buy. I'm going to explain it right now, and you can see more clearly here. I have the confirmation to go down, and I went down. This in this area I was calling you all the time, and the risking. You should consider yourself and the risk. I have been calling as well. In this area, you can see there is the confirmation to get out over here. We saw a massive candle. This is the important part, because we saw this massive candle, but this was a confirmation. Then we have like indecisive candle. This was perfect to get out. You don't gonna get out here because the timing is already marking you that something's gonna come, and what's gonna come is gonna come maybe a consolidation, depending how the Fortuna line is. I don't want to go too much into that right now, but it's just a simple example. In market right here, either the consolidation or it's gonna drop down. So why do you gonna stay inside? I mean, if it consolidate and then the time pass and then we are around this area here, and it's in a consolidation, we're gonna enter, because that means that the price don't gonna go down. So we have the confirmation over there, and also we see it. I see it over here as well. You see how we consolidate, and then the Bitcoin price just came down, and that's why if I have the confirmation, I gonna get out. And this I'm saying to you as well, so you are aware of that, and you don't put your money here and then you just expecting that the Bitcoin price is gonna continue going up just because I say that, or because somebody else say. And this is something you need to pay attention, because many people just gonna be saying to you that Bitcoin price is gonna go up, you're gonna be moving for FOMO, and then it won't happen and you don't know when to exit. That's why you should subscribe to the channel like this. We can learn together, and you can get more insights on how you can also trade in order to take profits off the markets, because you don't want to be holding when the Bitcoin price goes down. Even if the market, by the time that we here is still here, we sell here and the Bitcoin price go to 100, for example, we need to continue watching, observing the time and the strain and the volume we have in the market. But let's say that we go to the 100K, people would say, and then we start to go up again. I mean, people would say that it was not worth it to sell here, but yes, it was worth it, because what I sold here, I could buy again over here. And even if I buy over here and then the Bitcoin price continue going down and then I sell at 90 and I have a pattern to get out, I'm gonna get out, because we can sell on 90 and instead of selling in 100, we're already in 10,000 lost, you will see, but actually it's not a loss, because once we have the confirmation pattern on getting out, the Bitcoin price can even go lower and lower. It can go to 70 to 50 to 60 to all loss that you think that was a loss actually is not a loss, because you could lose a lot of capital, but you're going to deploy it again around the 60. The capital you sold when it was going down, and we have the confirmation that the market won't recover. That's going to be the moment when you deploy, you take it out, and then we deploy it when the market continue going lower and lower and lower and lower. So the 10,000 you lost, it could be 60,000, but now you will be buying, and now it's just to wait the market to recover. Can be 1 year, 2 years, because in Bitcoin, you need to have clear that you never gonna lose money. Nobody lose money on Bitcoin. You just stop earning. That's the only thing that happened with Bitcoin. So having that clear and removing that fear, you're gonna make it in the market. You don't get, maybe you're gonna be millionaires, just depending how much money you put on the market, but also depend a lot on how you play this market out. And this is one of the best way to accumulate in the market, because in hard assets like Bitcoin, what we want to do is accumulate and accumulate and accumulate, because they're limited and won't be existing anymore. So either you do it like this, or just do it like having another job and then you just deploying all the time in the market. But one of the best strategies is to learn the basics of trading. And even if you don't go into leverage, just doing spot and following this that I just say to you, it will help you to collect a lot of Satoshis, a lot of Bitcoin with the time. And remember that patience is something key in crypto and also in life and everything. So now going back to the daily, you know already what I'm thinking and what I'm observing as well. In any case, we continue in the same movement or the same price of right now. But if this play out, As you see here, we have this big confirmation. We have this big confirmation, and if you want to enter into a better position, the 4 hours, I mean, already gave a good position. It was yesterday. Let me remove all that thing, remove the noise, and what's around here. I mean, we're gonna expect a little bit of volatility here. We see the price is still no, it's not really sure here, but I do think that the price should continue going up. If it doesn't go up and we continue going down, we will see if these are large or not. But for now, this should go there. You see, we have this support around 101 and we went all the way to 102. So this is something to keep in mind for the next days and weeks to come, guys. And remember, I'm paying attention to around November the 20th. We should be already above. We don't want the Bitcoin price to be here. And if it's still here, that's an indicator to completely go. I'm not going to be going out of the market just because people say that we're already in a bear market, that the price it won't recover, that this is a dead cat bounce. It could be, but as much, let me mark it here, as much as we are above 100k, the market continue being bullish, and you need to know that. Because everybody is calling that the market is over. You see already in the weekly, we're really nice. And this also aligns with what I just said to you for the 23rd of November. You see here, I have been calling this many times, that it could happen exactly the same. We saw it here, yeah, we could have this relief and then going down again, and then the relief. We don't have too much time for that, but what I was expecting already say to you is about a month. Let me see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. We have already 4, 5, and 6. Well, that would be, yeah, exactly. It would be like Monday 24, November 24. Between the 20 and 24, that should be the time when we should finish this, because otherwise I don't really see that the Bitcoin price I'm like, everybody call for 2026 right now. I don't see it, to be honest, but the year have not finished yet, so we still have December in order to pump in the end of the November as well to continue going up, and then potentially smash the 126, which is not 100% as well. You need to understand that from this area, let me show you here, this area and this area, it's going to be areas to sell. To sell what we bought around the 100k. This is going to be the area to sell, not around the 110, at least that the time it passed and the Bitcoin price have not been going up. If we just continue there, that means that the Bitcoin price is going to go down. That's why you need to have that clear. And why to sell here? Once we hear 120, if we go there, everybody gonna enter again into the greedy, and this is why this indicator, let me show you. Here we can see it better. This indicator is so simple, but it's so helpful, because we see every time we were around these lowers, which was the orange and red area, every time we went there, look, the Bitcoin price went to 53, but we were at 65. People want to buy here, but people don't want anything here. Exactly the same here in 2024. We went all the way to, let me see, to 99,000. People was buying there. And then we went where? To 82. Nobody was buying there. Everybody was calling that the Bitcoin price finished. It was around here, the 82, around this area. Was finished. And what we did after that? We went up. And it was perfectly with the timing of the valleys. You can see the valleys doesn't really say, in my strategy, it doesn't really say the direction they're gonna go, but also say that the time is over or not. Let me show you something else as well. And now it was the same here. We were 121.25. Everybody was buying because everybody was saying that we're going to go to 180, 200, 300,000. And people forget that so easily. Everybody just calling that we're going to go to 3,000, and people start to buy there. And then we go here to fear territory, and we're going to go to zero. It's always the same, always the same, always the same. And this time is not the exception. It will be the exception if we continue in this area in the daily and we don't go up. So keep an eye on that. I don't want that you lose money on the market. That's why also I'm telling you more or less the time frame to keep in mind if Bitcoin is still lazy around the 100, 105, 107. If we don't break 110, 111, that's going to be a really big problem, but we're going to also analyze. That's why, guys, that's why you should not only help my channel, like subscribing to the channel, but also help yourself and having this notification, this news and the updates of what the market is telling us to do. That's why you should subscribe to the channel and smash that like as well. So that being said, guys, I think that is clear for now what I'm expecting for the Bitcoin price in the next weeks to come. I want to jump now into this news, which are pretty insane news. I mean, there is a Bybit reveal, but they still not saying what. I don't know. Maybe if just they just want some likes or some attention. Telegraph, because they say Bybit released 16 major blockchain have hidden code that can freeze user funds. They don't really post any link. Let me see if that's true or not. Let's see, guys. And check first. This blockchain can freeze. Okay, I mean, I see all their like daily coin, but I don't see anything for Bybit. So let's see. Let me bring this up. I can freeze user funds. Bybit report. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up here. Let's see. More blade. Okay, which one? Okay, freezing ability. CHILLIS, VIC. I don't know VIC. HTC, BNB. Okay, hard coded. Okay, V change. Conflict Flyer, Once, APTOS, Supra, Rose, Sui, Linea. Oh my god, I mean, like everybody has been calling APTOS, like Sui, Linea, Waves, they call. Potential freezing ability. Okay, so these are for sure, they have the ability. Okay, BNB more or less we know, because I mean, they always call themselves decentralized, but actually they're not. Potential freezing abilities, RB, okay, Atom, Babylon, Celestia, okay, DA, DX, DY, DX, okay, Nishan, Kava, okay, Luna, Mantra. Okay, there's some of them. So you should just be aware of this information and better. But this is really critical because Linea, there is also like now it's like the token like MetaMask is promoting. So I wonder how the MetaMask wallet is called, like if they really don't have any malicious things inside the code in order to F everybody, because it's a wallet that most of the people in crypto use it. So this don't really look good for them, for Linea. I want to read this and then come back to you with more, and also I'm gonna keep an eye to keep you updated with that, because would be really a pity to have some issues with MetaMask. And to be honest, it's really not good news for MetaMask. I mean, Linea, they offering right now as a reward for users Linea, which the token, I mean, is really bad. I mean, have a lot of sell-off, but they given this to everybody who has been using MetaMask. But you see how it looks. I mean, it looks like they just giving you trash, because the trash, nobody want trash, so they giving for free trash. They have already 76% down since the massive pump we saw. Let's see how this continue. I'm gonna take a look later, but also you can take a look yourself. It's something I knew I wanted to bring to you, to be aware, because that's the token. Better you don't even touch it, and if you have them, better just convert it to Bitcoin. I mean, it's not worth it to have money when these blockchains can do such a thing. You're just gonna waste your money, and you should invest in that as well. So yeah, now I want to go to another major news, and that's it. That now, guys, now Germany want to tax you. Germany is completely broke. Now it's looking to eliminate the tax exception for cryptocurrency held over a year. So in other words, they're completely broke. They just want to suck more your money. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to have any wealth, and any idea of holding Bitcoin in the long term may be coming to a completely end. So what is actually changing now? So under the current German law, if you hold crypto more than 12 months, your capital gains are tax-free, completely free. I mean, this is really crazy. No, every country have that, but it's really good. They have been always supporting somehow Bitcoin, even if they selling, and now probably you have more Bitcoin than them because they sold at 50. So far, they have been one of the more friendly investor Bitcoin countries in Europe. But now the left and the green parties are pushing to remove the benefits and treat crypto like stock and bonds, meaning that gains are taxable regardless of how long you hold. So you'll find a way to F you off, because they just want you not to grow. They're completely broke. They want to just F everybody that have a Bitcoin. In other words, no? This party argue that cryptocurrencies get a little bit like unfair advantage. Like, why are you talking about unfair advantage, man? Like unfair is all what the government does, because they tax you. If you have a company in Germany, they can tax you up to 50 to 60%. Can you imagine just working 6 months for the F government and you don't have any benefit of that? Like, this is the problem not only Germany, but many countries in the EU have, because if you work harder, you will get suck harder your money. But if you an F lazy, you will get food in your F mouth. Like, it's completely the other way around how these countries really deal with people who have companies. And this cannot continue going up like this. Like, they just giving tons of money to people that don't do nothing. They just give a lot of money in places where they have current war to rebuild the country while still in war. Like, how, like, that sounds like money laundering for me. Why are you gonna give a lot of billions to rebuild a country that's still on war? It make no sense at all. But yeah, so they just want to continue pretty much stealing money from you, because yeah, if you're earning and if you have any profit with Bitcoin, you're gonna get taxed, because it's unfair, no? People in cryptocurrency are getting too much wealthy, but if you lose money on it, they still want that you pay. So, I mean, but they're going to be pushing and pushing and pushing, because why? Because the country is broke. The country doesn't have any money. They're going to be printing and printing and printing, but they don't want to go the inflation so high, because then people are going to be complaining. So that's why they want to steal your money. Give me my money. You have more money. You have unproductive wealth. Give me your money. So yeah, those countries, they don't get better. They don't better get it. They're completely yeah, they're just not getting better. So the only solution I already say to you, and it's up to you, what do you do now? This country and European Union in general is so broke, so blind, or to his own decay. Wake up, embrace Bitcoin, and vote for your fit. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is nothing like they don't gonna. I wonder if they're gonna. No, they won't. I mean, with these kind of governments, they just want to suck more your. They want you just to be the slave. Pretty much that. And that's why Bitcoin have so many solutions in so many aspects, in cultural, economic, politics. It have so many solutions to all these kind of things that you should learn as much as you can, and just save in Bitcoin. Like I always say, don't forget to save in Bitcoin. So now with this I want to end. I just want to make a small recap. Like I was saying, we see already, like in the weekly, Bitcoin is not super bullish. I mean, we want to close that green, no, like in the C7 candle. But I mean, it could be in the C7, and the next candle could just be going up and up and up. That could happen as well. We're gonna continue tracking that. And the daily, you know already. I mean, we having this nice formation. Still, we need to see what's happened, because the Fortuna line, as you can see, is still with strength, and that's no bueno, no too bueno, to be honest. But we will see what's happening, and the opportunity to take the risk is now or later. But once we early is the best option. And put it right here, exactly like that. We're going to continue observing how this is going to be developing in the next days to come. We don't want Bitcoin to be lazy and start consolidating over here. That's not what I was saying to you. We could form another value, and that's going to be really F if something like this happen. But I'm going to be continue coming, analyze it, and share this to you, because I don't want you to lose any money. That's why, guys, that's why you should just subscribe to the channel, smash that like, share with a friend, and don't forget to save in Bitcoin, guys. See you tomorrow.